Welcome to the fascinating story of the Byzantine Empire, a civilization that bridged ancient Rome and the modern world. From golden mosaics and mighty fortresses to secret weapons and brilliant scholars, this empire shaped history in ways still felt today. Let's explore 100 key moments that reveal the power, culture, and genius of Byzantium. Chapter 1. The Byzantine Empire began as the Eastern Roman Empire, with Constantinople as its heart. Built on the ruins of ancient Rome, it became a hub of culture, trade, and religion. Imagine a city where gold mosaics glint under sunlight, markets buzz with merchants, and scholars translate ancient texts, preserving knowledge that could have otherwise vanished. Chapter 2. Constantinople was more than a city, it was a fortress. Surrounded by massive walls and guarded by the sea, it survived countless sieges. The secret lay in advanced engineering, triple walls, watchtowers, and hidden chains across the harbor. These defenses made the city nearly untouchable, a marvel of medieval military science. Chapter 3. Emperor Justinian I ruled with ambition and vision. He rebuilt Constantinople after riots and fires, commissioning the Hagia Sophia, which stood as the largest cathedral for centuries. Beyond architecture, he codified Roman law into the Corpus Juris Civilis, laying the foundation for modern legal systems. His reign shaped Byzantine culture for generations. Chapter 4. The Hagia Sophia was not just grand, it was innovative. Its massive dome seemed to float on air, supported by pendentives, an architectural breakthrough. Sunlight filtered through hundreds of windows, casting golden reflections on mosaics. This masterpiece symbolized both religious devotion and the empire's mastery of engineering. Chapter 5. Byzantine society blended cultures. Greeks, Romans, Christians, and even Persians influenced daily life. Citizens wore colorful robes, merchants traded spices from the East, and scholars debated philosophy. Science, medicine, and astronomy thrived, often recorded in meticulously copied manuscripts. This melting pot kept the empire intellectually alive for centuries. Chapter 6. Religion dominated life, but it also caused tension. The Great Schism split Christianity into Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic branches. Byzantine emperors often acted as both political and religious leaders, shaping doctrine and controlling clergy. Faith, power, and politics intertwined in ways that influenced all aspects of society. Chapter 7. The Byzantine army was disciplined and advanced. Soldiers used Greek fire, an early form of flamethrower, which could burn on water. Combined with strategic fortifications and cavalry tactics, it allowed Byzantium to defend against Arabs, Persians, and later Turks. Military science and innovation were crucial to survival. Chapter 8. Trade made Byzantium wealthy. The empire controlled routes connecting Europe and Asia, including the Silk Road. Constantinople's markets overflowed with silk, spices, and precious metals. This wealth funded art, architecture, and learning, keeping the empire vibrant even during war or political instability. Chapter 9. Byzantine art told stories. Mosaics, icons, and frescoes decorated churches, palaces, and public spaces. Gold backgrounds and stylized figures conveyed religious messages, while geometric patterns and vivid colors reflected technical skill. Art wasn't just decoration. It reinforced belief, power, and identity throughout the empire. Chapter 10. Education was highly valued. Schools taught literature, philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy. Scholars preserved Greek and Roman knowledge, often translating texts into Greek. Science and learning intertwined with religion, as scholars studied the heavens and medicine. This commitment to knowledge allowed Byzantium to influence the Renaissance centuries later. Chapter 11. Byzantine emperors wore crowns that symbolized divine authority. Purple was reserved for royalty, a color made from rare Tyrian dye. The emperor's presence was ceremonial and political. He attended church, led parades, and issued edicts. Clothing, jewelry, and rituals reinforced power, reminding citizens that their leader was chosen by both God and history. Chapter 12. The Byzantine navy dominated the Mediterranean for centuries. Using fast dramans, ships equipped with Greek fire, and coordinated formations, Byzantium controlled sea trade and defended against invaders. Naval tactics were precise, almost scientific, with signaling systems and disciplined crews. Their expertise kept the empire connected and secured against countless maritime threats. Chapter 13. Hippodrome races thrilled citizens. Chariot races were more than entertainment. They reflected political loyalty. Blue and green teams represented factions, and emperors often used races to gain support. The hippodrome was a social hub where whispers of plots mixed with cheers, blending culture, sport, and politics into a uniquely Byzantine spectacle. Chapter 14. Byzantine diplomacy was clever and strategic. Ambassadors negotiated treaties, alliances, and bribes to protect borders. They often used intelligence, gifts, or marriages to influence neighboring powers. This careful balance of power kept the empire surviving amidst stronger enemies, demonstrating the art of political science long before modern diplomacy existed. Chapter 15. Monks preserved knowledge in monasteries. They copied manuscripts, studied medicine, and wrote commentaries on philosophy. Libraries flourished, sometimes hidden from invaders. Their work preserved classical knowledge for future generations, acting as a bridge between the ancient world and the Renaissance, making Byzantium a quiet but crucial hub of intellectual history. Chapter 16. The Byzantine economy relied on coins. Gold solidus coins became a trusted currency across Europe and the Middle East. Their consistent weight and purity facilitated trade, while coins carried imperial images, reinforcing authority. Numismatics reveals patterns of economy, politics, and art, showing the empire's sophistication in monetary science. Chapter 17. Plague struck Byzantium multiple times, testing medicine and society. Doctors used herbs, basic hygiene, and observation to treat the sick, combining empirical knowledge with superstition. These experiences influenced later medical studies in Europe, showing how crisis can push scientific thinking even in early medieval times. Chapter 18. Hagia Sophia inspired architects for centuries. Its dome influenced Ottoman mosques, blending Byzantine and Islamic design. The structure's engineering reflected careful understanding of weight, arches, and materials. Byzantium's builders applied practical science to create beauty, combining artistry with physics in ways still admired today. Chapter 19. Women in Byzantine society had varied roles. Imperial women like Theodora influenced politics directly, while ordinary women managed households and markets. Some engaged in religious life as nuns or patrons of art. Their lives reflected a mix of social norms, personal agency, and subtle influence in a male-dominated society. Chapter 20. Byzantine architecture extended beyond churches. Fortresses, aqueducts, and bridges reflected practical and aesthetic skills. Engineers used arches, domes, and precise stone cutting, demonstrating applied mathematics. Infrastructure connected cities, supported trade, and protected borders, proving that Byzantine builders combined utility, beauty, and innovation in lasting ways. Chapter 21. The Nika riots of 532 shook Constantinople. Fans of rival chariot teams revolted against Emperor Justinian, destroying much of the city. Historians note that riots were as much political as sporting. Justinian survived, thanks to Theodora's counsel, showing how decisive leadership combined with strategy and psychology could change the course of history. Chapter 22. Byzantine mosaics often told Bible stories. Tiny colored tiles formed intricate images on walls and ceilings. Artists studied geometry and color theory to create depth and light. Every mosaic was both art and lesson, teaching faith, history, and imperial propaganda in one dazzling visual display that citizens and visitors could understand instantly. Chapter 23. The empire faced constant threats from Persians, Arabs, and later Slavs. Defensive strategies included layered walls, espionage, and diplomacy. Soldiers trained rigorously, learning formations, weapons, and siege tactics. Survival required not just bravery but scientific understanding of terrain, engineering, and supply lines, showing Byzantium's methodical approach to warfare. Chapter 24. Religious icons played a controversial role. Some emperors banned them, fearing idolatry, while others promoted their use. The iconoclasm period sparked debates, rebellions, and artistic destruction. Ultimately, icons returned, shaping Orthodox traditions. This struggle illustrates the intersection of faith, politics, and cultural identity in shaping Byzantine society. Chapter 25. Byzantine cuisine reflected trade and agriculture. Olive oil, grains, fish, and exotic spices filled tables. Recipes adapted from Roman traditions blended with Eastern flavors. Nutrition, preservation, and cooking methods combined practical science and creativity, giving citizens diverse diets that supported urban populations and armies alike. Chapter 26. The empire's legal system influenced Europe. Justinian's code organized centuries of Roman laws into clear principles. Judges applied logic and precedent, showing early legal science. Beyond rules, it shaped social order, property rights, and justice, leaving a legacy that survived centuries, affecting modern civil law worldwide. Chapter 27. Artisans produced silk, textiles, and metalwork with meticulous skill. Silk weaving became a state-controlled industry, reflecting both economic and technological mastery. Byzantine crafts combined artistry and chemistry, as dyes and treatments preserved colors and textures, making luxury goods highly prized across Europe and Asia. Chapter 28. Education included rhetoric, philosophy, and mathematics. Students studied ancient Greek texts, learning logic, astronomy, and medicine. Libraries and tutors preserved knowledge while encouraging innovation. Byzantium became a hub for intellectual exchange, where ideas from multiple civilizations mixed and evolved, feeding Europe's later Renaissance. Chapter 29. The empire's roads connected cities and provinces efficiently. Engineers understood gradients, drainage, and durable materials. These roads enabled trade, troop movements, and communication. Byzantine road building reflected applied physics and practical urban planning, keeping the empire cohesive across mountains, rivers, and vast distances. Chapter 30. Festivals marked religious and civic life. Citizens gathered for celebrations honoring saints, emperors, or harvests. Music, dance, and processions engaged communities, blending entertainment, ritual, and social cohesion. These events reinforced identity, teaching values and history while maintaining a sense of unity throughout the empire. Chapter 31. Byzantine fortresses were engineering marvels. Built on hills, cliffs, or river bends, they combined walls, towers, and moats. Engineers used stone, brick, and mortar with precision. Fortresses not only protected cities, but also demonstrated strategic planning, understanding of physics, and military science, making them nearly impossible for enemies to capture. Chapter 32. Empress Theodora played a powerful role in politics. Once an actress, she became a skilled diplomat and advisor. She advocated for women's rights and helped suppress revolts. Her influence shows that Byzantium's power wasn't just male-dominated. Intelligence, persuasion, and courage could shape imperial decisions dramatically. Chapter 33. Greek fire remained Byzantium's secret weapon. Its chemical composition was carefully guarded. Used in naval battles, it could burn even on water, terrifying enemies. This early military chemistry demonstrates how science and technology were integrated into defense strategies, making Byzantium a formidable power at sea. Chapter 34. Byzantine literature preserved history and philosophy. Chronicles recorded wars, emperors, and everyday life. Scholars also translated ancient Greek works. This meticulous recording preserved knowledge for future generations, bridging the ancient and medieval worlds, and offering modern historians insights into society, politics, and culture. Chapter 35. Trade routes connected Byzantium to India, China, and Africa. Silk, spices, and precious stones traveled across continents. Merchants needed navigation skills, knowledge of winds, and timing. This exchange of goods also spread ideas, religion, and technology, making Byzantium a crossroads of science, culture, and commerce. Chapter 36. Byzantine coins often depicted emperors and saints. Beyond economy, they were propaganda tools. The gold solidus maintained consistent weight, facilitating international trade. Numismatics reveals not just art and politics, but also metallurgy, chemistry, and economic science, reflecting Byzantium's sophistication in multiple fields. Chapter 37. The hippodrome hosted political speeches alongside chariot races. Citizens' reactions could make or break emperors. This blend of entertainment and politics illustrates Byzantium's understanding of psychology and social influence, showing that leadership required more than military strength. It required insight into public sentiment. Chapter 38. Byzantine medicine combined observation, herbs, and philosophy. Doctors treated wounds, fevers, and plague symptoms with empirical methods. Hospitals served soldiers and citizens, sometimes with separate wards. Though limited by modern standards, this approach demonstrated systematic thinking and early scientific methodology in healthcare. Chapter 39. Iconoclasm divided the empire for decades. Destroying religious images challenged traditional beliefs and sparked rebellion. Debates influenced art, politics, and culture. This conflict highlights how ideology can shape society, showing the interplay of religion, law, and civic order in Byzantine life. Chapter 40. Education included astronomy and astrology. Scholars observed stars to predict seasons and religious festivals. Instruments and careful records guided farming, navigation, and ceremonies. Byzantium's study of the heavens combined practical science with philosophy, reflecting curiosity and methodical observation that informed daily life and governance. Chapter 41. Byzantine architecture included aqueducts that supplied water to cities. Engineers calculated gradients and used arches to maintain steady flow. Fountains, baths, and reservoirs depended on these systems. This practical engineering reflected understanding of physics and hydraulics, keeping urban life healthy and vibrant, and demonstrating Byzantium's combination of utility and beauty. Chapter 42. The Byzantine legal system influenced family and property law. Judges applied Justinian's code with logic and precedent, resolving disputes and maintaining social order. Court ceremonies reinforced authority. Legal practice showed early methods of governance and rational problem-solving, shaping society while balancing fairness and imperial control. Chapter 43. Byzantine textiles were luxurious and symbolic. Silk garments indicated status, while intricate patterns reflected skill and cultural exchange. Dyes, weaving techniques, and embroidery required scientific knowledge of materials. Artisans combined chemistry, artistry, and trade, making Byzantium a center for high-quality craftsmanship recognized across Europe and Asia. Chapter 44. The Byzantine Navy used advanced signaling techniques. Flags, fire, and sounds coordinated ships in battle. Crews trained rigorously, understanding wind, currents, and timing. This integration of science, communication, and discipline allowed Byzantium to defend its coasts effectively, proving the empire's mastery of maritime strategy. Chapter 45. The plague of Justinian devastated populations, but it spurred medical observation. Physicians recorded symptoms, experimented with remedies, and developed quarantine methods. These early epidemiological practices laid groundwork for understanding disease spread, combining empirical observation with practical action to protect society. Chapter 46. Monasteries preserved knowledge in copying manuscripts. Scholars recorded texts on medicine, astronomy, and philosophy. Libraries became intellectual centers, protecting ancient knowledge. This careful preservation enabled the Renaissance and maintained Byzantine influence on European education and science. Chapter 47. Byzantine festivals blended entertainment and religion. Processions, music, and pageantry honored saints and emperors. Citizens learned history and moral lessons through spectacle. These cultural events strengthened identity, social cohesion, and loyalty, reflecting an understanding of human psychology and community dynamics. Chapter 48. Byzantine astronomy guided calendars and farming. Observations of stars and planets informed religious festivals and planting cycles. Scholars tracked movements meticulously, applying math and geometry. Science and daily life intertwined, demonstrating Byzantium's practical and intellectual curiosity. Chapter 49. The empire maintained vast archives. Documents recorded laws, trade, and military campaigns. Archivists ensured continuity across centuries. These records allowed emperors to govern efficiently, reflecting administrative science and historical awareness critical for long-term stability. Chapter 50. Byzantine art influenced Europe and the Middle East. Gold mosaics, icons, and frescoes combined aesthetics and storytelling. Techniques demonstrated knowledge of color, geometry, and materials. Art was both cultural expression and political communication, shaping perception of power and faith. Chapter 51. Byzantine diplomacy often used marriage to secure alliances. Emperors married daughters to foreign rulers, blending politics and family. These unions created bonds, prevented wars, and influenced succession. Diplomacy combined strategy, psychology, and social science, showing that Byzantium relied on intellect as much as military power to survive. Chapter 52. Byzantine roads and bridges connected distant provinces. Engineers calculated arch strength, slope, and durability. Roads allowed armies to move quickly and traders to transport goods. Urban planning reflected applied physics and organization, keeping the empire united across diverse terrains, from mountains to rivers. Chapter 53. The empire's diet relied on agriculture and trade. Olives, grapes, wheat, and fish were staples. Farmers used irrigation, crop rotation, and seasonal knowledge. Nutrition combined practical science and culture, sustaining populations and armies, demonstrating Byzantium's understanding of both food science and societal needs. Chapter 54. Byzantine hospitals treated soldiers, citizens, and travelers. Doctors applied herbs, surgery, and observation. Wards separated contagious patients, an early form of quarantine. Medicine blended empirical study, trial, and experience, showing how Byzantium approached healthcare systematically despite limited technology. Chapter 55. Byzantine coinage symbolized wealth and power. Solidus coins maintained gold purity, supporting trade across Europe and the Middle East. Coins depicted emperors and saints, reinforcing authority. This integration of economy, art, and metallurgy highlights the empire's sophistication and influence in global commerce. Chapter 56. Chariot racing influenced politics and society. The hippodrome crowds could rise in revolt or celebrate loyalty. Emperors studied public reactions, understanding crowd psychology. entertainment and governance intertwined, revealing Byzantium's awareness of human behavior and social dynamics in maintaining stability. Chapter 57. The empire preserved Greek and Roman knowledge. Scholars copied philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy texts. Libraries safeguarded learning and encouraged innovation. This intellectual preservation allowed Europe to rediscover classical knowledge, linking Byzantium to the Renaissance centuries later. Chapter 58. Byzantine architecture combined function and beauty. Palaces, churches, and walls employed arches, domes, and precise stonework. Builders applied geometry, physics, and material science to create lasting structures. This practical artistry reflected a civilization capable of both aesthetic vision and engineering mastery. Chapter 59. Silk production became a state secret. Sericulture required understanding mulberry cultivation, silkworm biology, and weaving techniques. Luxury textiles were exported widely, combining economic strategy, technology, and artistry, making Byzantium central in global trade networks. Chapter 60. Byzantine science included astronomy and timekeeping. Scholars tracked celestial movements to determine calendars, religious festivals, and navigation. Observations required careful measurement, calculation, and record-keeping. Science informed both governance and daily life, showing Byzantium's practical approach to understanding the natural world. Chapter 61. Byzantine fortifications evolved over centuries. Walls were thick, towers placed strategically, and gates reinforced. Engineers studied enemy tactics to improve defenses. This combination of observation, experimentation, and engineering science made cities like Constantinople almost impossible to conquer for hundreds of years. Chapter 62. Theodora influenced social reforms. She promoted women's rights, protected the poor, and supported religious institutions. Her policies reflected understanding of society and governance, demonstrating that social science and empathy could guide leadership effectively in the Byzantine Empire. Chapter 63. Greek fire changed naval warfare. Ships equipped with this weapon could destroy fleets from a distance. Commanders trained crews in careful deployment, timing, and wind direction. Byzantium applied chemistry and strategy, creating a technological edge over enemies in the Mediterranean. Chapter 64. Byzantine libraries preserved medical, astronomical, and philosophical texts. Monks meticulously copied works, often adding commentary. This dedication to scholarship kept knowledge alive, bridging ancient and medieval science and influencing European education for centuries. Chapter 65. Religious festivals reinforced cultural identity. Citizens participated in processions, music, and dances. These events combined ritual, entertainment, and moral lessons, showing Byzantium's understanding of human psychology, communal cohesion, and the power of tradition. Chapter 66. Byzantine medicine included observation and experimentation. Physicians used herbs, surgical tools, and careful records. Hospitals treated soldiers and civilians alike. Even without modern technology, empirical methods showed early scientific thinking applied to healthcare. Chapter 67. The iconoclasm period revealed tension between tradition and innovation. Destroying icons challenged religious norms, while debates influenced art, politics, and governance. This conflict illustrates how ideology, culture, and policy intersected in Byzantine society. Chapter 68. Education emphasized astronomy and mathematics. Scholars measured stars and planets to predict seasons and religious events. Applying geometry and observation, Byzantines merged science with daily life, demonstrating curiosity, discipline, and practical knowledge. Chapter 69. Archives and record-keeping were vital. Officials documented laws, trade, and military campaigns. These archives enabled continuity, efficient governance, and historical analysis. Systematic documentation reflected administrative science, ensuring that knowledge survived through generations. Chapter 70. Byzantine art combined symbolism, religion, and politics. Mosaics, icons, and frescoes used gold, color, and geometry to convey messages. Art served as propaganda and devotion, showing how visual science and storytelling reinforced imperial and religious authority. Chapter 71. Byzantine emperors used ceremony to display power. Crowns, robes, and public appearances reinforced authority. Purple garments and jeweled crowns symbolized divine approval. Rituals combined psychology, politics, and culture, ensuring citizens understood the emperor's supremacy without violence. Chapter 72. The hippodrome influenced politics and public opinion. Chariot races united citizens in excitement, while factions like blues and greens reflected political loyalties. Emperors monitored reactions, blending entertainment with crowd control, showing Byzantium's understanding of social psychology. Chapter 73. Byzantine engineers mastered water supply. Aqueducts, cisterns, and fountains used arches, gravity, and materials science. Clean water supported health, agriculture, and urban life. Engineering knowledge sustained cities and demonstrated Byzantium's practical scientific application. Chapter 74. Silk production was carefully controlled. Byzantines cultivated mulberries, bred silkworms, and developed weaving techniques. Textiles combined biology, chemistry, and artistry. Luxury silk reinforced status and economy, making Byzantium a key center of trade and technological expertise. Chapter 75. Byzantine roads and bridges connected provinces. Precision in construction allowed armies and merchants to move efficiently. Knowledge of gradients, materials, and physics ensured durability. Infrastructure reflected both engineering skill and strategic planning, keeping the empire cohesive across diverse terrains. Chapter 76. Plague outbreaks prompted medical innovation. Doctors recorded symptoms, experimented with herbs, and used quarantine methods. These early approaches to epidemiology reflected observation, trial, and reasoning, influencing future medical practices. Chapter 77. Monks preserved classical knowledge in monasteries. Copying texts on science, philosophy, and history ensured continuity. Libraries became hubs for learning, bridging ancient and medieval worlds, showing Byzantium's role in transmitting intellectual heritage to Europe. Chapter 78. Byzantine architecture balanced aesthetics and function. Churches, palaces, and fortifications used domes, arches, and precise stonework. Builders applied geometry and physics to achieve stability and beauty, demonstrating practical science integrated with art. Chapter 79. Trade connected Byzantium globally. Silk, spices, and precious metals traveled along established routes. Merchants navigated using knowledge of winds, currents, and geography. Commerce blended economy, science, and culture, positioning Byzantium as a central hub of global exchange. Chapter 80. Byzantine astronomy guided calendars, navigation, and agriculture. Scholars observed celestial bodies, applying math and careful records. Science influenced religion, farming, and governance, reflecting Byzantium's integration of empirical observation into daily life and statecraft. Chapter 81. Byzantine fortresses were strategically located on hills, rivers, and coasts. Engineers designed multiple walls, towers, and gates. Careful study of terrain, enemy tactics, and material strength made cities like Constantinople extremely hard to capture, demonstrating a practical application of military science and engineering. Chapter 82. Empress Theodora influenced policy and culture. She advocated for women, the poor, and religious institutions. Her intelligence and courage shaped law and governance, showing that leadership could combine empathy, social understanding, and strategic insight to strengthen the empire. Chapter 83. Greek fire remained a top-secret military advantage. Deployed on ships, it burned on water and terrified enemies. Careful training, chemistry, and timing made it a reliable weapon. This innovation illustrates Byzantium's advanced application of early scientific methods in warfare. Chapter 84. Byzantine scholars preserved ancient knowledge. They copied texts on medicine, astronomy, philosophy, and history. Libraries safeguarded this wisdom, bridging classical civilizations and the Middle Ages, ensuring that knowledge would influence Europe during the Renaissance. Chapter 85. Religious festivals combined education and entertainment. Citizens participated in rituals, music, and processions, learning moral lessons and historical stories. Festivals reinforced identity, unity, and loyalty, demonstrating Byzantium's understanding of psychology and community cohesion. Chapter 86. Medicine in Byzantium relied on observation and experience. Doctors treated soldiers and civilians with herbs, surgery, and quarantine practices. Empirical methods reflected early scientific thinking, showing systematic approaches to healthcare despite limited technology. Chapter 87. Iconoclasm caused religious and political upheaval. Destroying icons challenged traditions and authority, leading to debates and conflicts. This period shows how ideology, religion, and governance intertwined, shaping society and culture in Byzantine life. Chapter 88. Education included mathematics, astronomy, and philosophy. Scholars tracked stars, calculated calendars, and studied natural phenomena. Knowledge was applied to farming, navigation, and festivals, demonstrating Byzantium's practical use of science in daily life. Chapter 89. Archives and records preserved laws, trade, and military campaigns. Officials ensured continuity across centuries. Systematic documentation allowed effective governance and historical analysis, reflecting Byzantium's administrative science and commitment to knowledge preservation. Chapter 90. Byzantine art communicated religious and political messages. Mosaics, icons, and frescoes combined symbolism, geometry, and color. Art served as both devotion and propaganda, reflecting the empire's understanding of visual storytelling and cultural influence. Chapter 91. Byzantine emperors displayed power through ceremonies and symbols. Crowns, robes, and public appearances reinforced authority. Rituals and colors like imperial purple communicated divine approval and legitimacy. Ceremony became a tool of governance, combining psychology, culture, and politics to maintain loyalty and order without force. Chapter 92. The hippodrome was a center for entertainment and politics. Chariot races united citizens and reflected faction loyalties. Emperors monitored crowds to gauge public opinion, showing Byzantium's strategic use of sport and spectacle to influence society and maintain control. Chapter 93. Water management was vital. Aqueducts, cisterns, and fountains used gravity and arches to supply cities. Engineers calculated flow and materials scientifically. Clean water supported urban life, agriculture, and hygiene, demonstrating practical engineering skills applied to daily needs. Chapter 94. Silk production became a state-controlled technology. Byzantines cultivated mulberries, bred silkworms, and developed weaving methods. This combination of biology, chemistry, and artistry created luxury textiles for trade, showing advanced knowledge in both science and commerce. Chapter 95. Byzantine roads and bridges enabled trade and military movement. Engineers applied knowledge of physics, slopes, and materials. Durable infrastructure maintained connectivity across mountains and rivers, reflecting careful planning and strategic vision essential for a large empire. Chapter 96. Plagues prompted medical innovation. Physicians observed, experimented, and quarantined patients. These practices reflected systematic thinking, early epidemiology, and empirical approaches, showing Byzantium's ability to apply observation and science to societal problems. Chapter 97. Monasteries preserved classical knowledge. Scholars copied texts on philosophy, astronomy, and medicine. Libraries became centers of learning, bridging ancient and medieval knowledge. Byzantium's preservation efforts ensured that ideas influenced future European culture and science. Chapter 98. Architecture blended function and beauty. Churches, fortifications, and palaces used domes, arches, and precise masonry. Builders applied geometry and engineering principles to create lasting, impressive structures, showing Byzantium's mastery of practical science in design. Chapter 99. Trade connected Byzantium globally. Merchants navigated using winds, currents, and geography. Silk, spices, and metals were transported across continents. Commerce combined science, art, and economy, making Byzantium a central hub of cultural and technological exchange. Chapter 100. Byzantine astronomy guided calendars, farming, and navigation. Scholars observed stars, tracked movements, and applied calculations. Science shaped governance and daily life, showing Byzantium's integration of empirical observation with practical applications for both citizens and the state. Thank you for joining this journey through the Byzantine Empire. From emperors and wars to art, science, and daily life, we've seen how this remarkable civilization left a lasting legacy. Keep exploring history and remember, every empire has stories waiting to inspire us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more adventures in time.